Do I have lipstick on my teeth? That's not cute. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you this very neutral kind of everyday, well, what I wear every day. This is a bit much for some people, but kind of just this neutral makeup look. I did some warm shadows in the eye with a nice winged liner. I am wearing false lashes and a nice glossy lip. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this makeup look and how I get this makeup look pretty much every day because I wear it way more than I should, then yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I apologize, I look a little scary right now, but we're gonna fix that. So I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is in the base mattifying style, type, I don't know, whatever. The mattifying one. In our T-zone. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using a drugstore option. I typically don't use my most expensive foundations for an everyday kind of run around look. So this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. It looks like this. I'm going to use 2 shades because I don't have my in-between. And I've kind of used this product for long enough. I know how much of each to put to get my perfect shade, which is crazy. Also, totally fine. That should be okay. So then I'm gonna take my Beauty Blender Pro. This is just the black one. We're just gonna blend this all over the skin. So yeah, this shade actually matches pretty well. I did okay. Okay, cool. I think we've caked up our face enough, so we can go ahead and move on. So today I'm going to be using the Tarte Shapetape, and this is in the shade Light Sand. Typically for an everyday look, I don't, yeah, this is the right color. I don't go incredibly highlighted. I do go a little bit highlighted, just to kind of balance out the face. And I'm just going to blend that in. And this will provide some extra coverage in those areas where I kind of need it. Wearing my whole eyelid today because this is also going to serve as our eyeshadow primer. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is set my whole face. I'm going to use my Airspun loose face powder, the Cody. I got this at Walmart, and this is in the color Naturally Neutral. They do have a transparent one, but I feel as though the transparent one really washes me out, and I was nervous about flashback, so I use the one with a little bit of a tint to it. And I will just take this powder and swirl it all over my face. Like so, and really set that foundation into place, and your skin literally looks so airbrushed and it just blurs out everything. It looks so good. Next we're gonna go ahead and bronze, and I'm using my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, and this is the deep one, and I'm gonna take that on my Morphe M525 bronzer brush. And it does look a little bit scary at first, but with the contour and everything, it won't look as bad. All right, and for the little bit of contour I am gonna be doing, I'm using my Lorac Pro Contour Kit. I'm gonna go into the light contour because, like I said, I'm not really that self-tan, so I don't wanna be too crazy. And I'm taking that on my Morphe M530 contour brush. Just carve it out, oh God. Okay. Okay, we are like super snatched for an everyday look, but that's okay. You know what? That's a light contour too, shit. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to blush, and lately my favorite product to use is this Milani powder blush, oh my God. And this is in the shade Romantic Rose 001. So I'm gonna do my blush with this Moda Pro pointed blush brush. I use this all the time, it's nice and fluffy. It doesn't deposit too much color in one place, and it really diffuses it out nicely. And I'm pulling that back into my bronzer and contour to really blend it all out. Okay, and I actually do something really weird, and I will set my face before I do anything else of my makeup when I'm doing this look specifically, because I like to go in with my CoverFX Illuminating Setting Spray, and I don't want this to screw with my eyeliner or my mascara or stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see me do my eye makeup. Alrighty, now that you guys are nice and zoomed in into my personal space, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our eye makeup. So I like to do my brows first, so I'm taking my ItCosmetics Brow Power, and this is in the shade Universal Taupe. I'm just gonna brush my brow hairs up, and please don't mind my wild untamed brow. So what I like to do with this product is I like to start at the bottom and kind of outline my brow, kind of give it some shape, then I'll go and do the top, and then I'll fill it in. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm actually going to be using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill collab palette today. We're gonna go in and I'm gonna mix these two shades right here as kind of a transition shade on just like an ItCosmetics fluffy brush. I've had this brush for so long, the name has literally rubbed off, so I apologize for that. So I'm just gonna mix those two colors and kind of put this as like a nice wash. So I'm just kind of placing this above the crease because, like I said, this is our transition shade and we want that nice seamless fade. So I'm just using windshield wiper motions and I'm kind of swirling the color in here in the corner at the end to kind of fan it out. I'm going to go in with these two colors here, this one and this one. I'm just gonna dip my brush in here. And this brush is actually a blending brush from Rite Aid. And I'm gonna concentrate this a little bit lower in the crease. So I'm touching it to the outer corner first and I'm dragging it in a little bit. So I just keep blending and blending and blending. If your hand doesn't hurt by the time you're done doing your eyeshadow, you probably did not blend enough, unfortunately. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe M514 brush. This is a skinny kind of fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this chocolate color here. It's just kind of like a neutral brown. It is a little bit warm, but that's okay. We're going with warm shades here. Okay, and I'm just focusing this more in the outer V, just to kind of get a little bit of dimension in there. And now I'm going to take my Morphe M505, and this is kind of a more tapered crease brush. It's a little pointed, and I'm just gonna kind of blend with a clean brush. Make sure we get all these seamless edges. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go into my Lorac Pro. This is the nude palette, and I'm going to take this shade here, this one here, Canvas, and I'm actually going to just use my finger, and I'm actually going to mix a little bit of Blanc in there too. And I'm just going to use my finger and kind of pat that in there. That will be our lid color. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move to the lower lash line now. So I'm going to take that same Morphe 505 pointed blending brush and the middle shades that we use as our transition, these two, and I'm just gonna mix them and just blend these underneath my eye, kind of connect it to that outer V. Same thing on the other side. And this you can be pretty messy with because it's just like a light wash of color. I don't do eyeliner or anything like that on my bottom lash line for like an average, like every day. I'm going to take this like vanilla-y shade right here, and This reminds me so much of like a MAC nylon, and I'm going to actually put a decent amount in my inner corner because I like a very bright inner corner for every day. I like to look very awake, and I'm gonna take that same highlight shade and just run it under my brow bone. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. I don't like a super, super crazy brow bone highlight with a matte eye. Okay, so then I'm going to go in and do some liquid liner, and I'm using, I apologize, this looks so gross, but I just love this product so much. I use it all the time, and this is the NYX just black liquid liner. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do my mascara now. And my favorite product to use for mascara lately is the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. Everyone compares it to the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I would agree. And I will do a little bit on the bottom, and I just take the wand and lightly wiggle it on my bottom lashes. Okay, so now that we have our mascara and eyeliner and all of that done, I'm actually going to apply false lashes, but I'm going to do this off camera because I have to get really close again. But the pair I'm using are the Ardell Studio Effects, and they look like just like the Demi Wispies, but they have like a little bit of individual lashes here in the corner, so they kind of flare out a little bit more. But these are still pretty light for me. So I use these kind of every day because they're not as heavy as like my House of Lashes Iconics and stuff like that. So I'll be right back once I have them on. Okay, so we have our lashes on. My lash glue is still drying, so sorry about that. But I figure we can go ahead and finish our face in the meantime. So now we're gonna go ahead and do my favorite part, which is highlighting. So I'm gonna go in with my Pure Bronze and Brighten palette. These shades completely frighten me. Like this pink shade, I have never used in my life and I have no intention of using. This bronze shade, but this middle shade, I'm telling you, such a... I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Pro Highlight number 98 brush, and I'm just gonna dip into this center shimmery shade here. And I'm gonna tap off the excess, and we're gonna go ahead and place that on our cheekbone. Like, oh my god. It's so pretty. Like, can you see that? That's insane. And that's with tapping off the excess product. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and we're gonna hit the nose, I'm gonna hit the tip, and then I'm gonna hit between the brows, so you get an exclamation point. So I'm gonna take this Essence lip liner in number 11 in the nude. These are probably like $2 and the creamiest pencils I've ever used in my entire life. This is a nub, so we're gonna do our best with this one to try and get that sharp outline. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and overdraw my lips a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this Marc Jacobs lip lacquer, and the color is Sugar Sugar. And these smell so minty. So this is pretty much the finished product. Just a very neutral eye with a nice winged liner, glossy lip, very highlighted skin. This is what I like to do for pretty much any occasion. So if you enjoyed learning how to do this with me, then go ahead and like this video and subscribe so you can see what good content I have coming up next. And until next time, bye.